Okay, it's gonna make me stick to this orientation. Just give me a sec here. What's up, yo? It's Sunday. Let's get drunk. Maybe, yeah. I want to play a little Switch Sports here. Just play a quick little tennis match while I wait for some people to come in. Gosh, I wanted to do this horizontally, but let's see if y'all can see this. See it a little bit. Let's try this out. All right. Maybe let's kick this back a bit. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Today's topic is about leveling up and leveling up together. So, yeah, it's something. Oh, we got a lot of people here. What's up, y'all? Hey, Anna. I've done some lives back in the day. This is my first live. I've done it a while since I've kind of blown up, but, I'm gonna. We already got a lot of people in here. We already got a lot of people in here. I'm not gonna bother with all that, but yeah, we're gonna talk about leveling up together, and oh hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? And yeah, just getting past all the barriers to leveling up, because it's hard enough to level up as it is, but then when you got a bunch of people who got drama, toxicity, limited thinking, whatever it is, they're not about it. It can really hold you back, and it can stop you from getting that level up. What's up, everybody? Your latest. Oh, what's up? Hey, hi, everybody. Yeah, but it can stop you from, yeah, narcissists. Yeah, what Sarah says. Yeah, I was playing the game. We got a lot of people in here already, Anna, so the camera angle was kind of awkward, so I was like, all right, I'm not going to worry about that. But but yeah, I mean, you're gonna have these people, a lot of narcissists and stuff, who are gonna stop you from leveling up, stop you from getting to where you need to go, and impede you from your goals. What drink are you drinking? Someone's asking. It's like some little seltzers, some stuff like that. Just a little something bubbly, Nicholas. That's what I drink. Severely injured. Yeah, I mean, the thing about these people who try to sabotage is, like, you'd be surprised. They'll go to some pretty crazy lengths. They will sabotage themselves, try to sabotage you, and some of these crazy people, they'll freaking kamikaze themselves into you and just, like, mess themselves up to try to mess you up. So yeah, I mean, they're really like on a mission to stop you from getting to where you need to go. I think deep down inside they know that we have like a destiny to do better things. We have a calling from God to really do good things, and we have talents and we have skills, and I think they see that, and they see the destiny that we have, and they're like, we gotta stop them. We gotta stop them from doing what they're doing. And yeah, and I mean, a lot of them just don't like goodness either. Just like good people, nice people. They're on this sort of, they're in the axis of evil, if you will. They're about lies and manipulation and, like, cutting someone's throat to get ahead and all this stuff. And when they see us and we're being nice and we're being happy and we're trying to be kind and help people, and we have an impetus of love and kindness within us, that really threatens them. That freaks them out, and they know that that's like in opposition, because good and evil are not, they're not friends. They're not bedfellows. They don't go together. So it's like, you're good. And I mean, goodness is just goodness. You're not trying to like be aggressive or anything, but you're there and you're good, and they're evil. And just by you being good and being around them, that goodness, that love, that truth, that respect, that genuineness, that kindness, that just makes them feel attacked. They just feel attacked just by your presence. And yeah, it's a wild one. I'm gonna take a sec here, read some of the chats. See what we've got. All right, what's up, everybody? Boom, boom. What jobs do you think are good for people like us? That's a good question, Nicholas. I would say for a good job, it depends a lot on your aptitudes. So if you're like extroverted, maybe doing positions where you're more talking to people, or maybe even doing a little bit of sales or something could be good if you're extroverted. If you're introverted, you definitely want to be more like maybe something that's more to yourself. You definitely don't want to be doing sales. You want to be kind of more in the back. If you are an introvert, and you got to find your talents and your skills, and kind of find out who you are and what works for you. But yeah, oh, Enigma, thank you so much. Narcs and haters serve as motivation to succeed. 100%, 100%. I definitely do feel that chip on my shoulder, and definitely have that. It definitely gives me that extra motivation. I think Devin kept going. He said it's like a slingshot. It pulls you back and just like springs you forward. And I think that's a great way of putting it, the way he said it. But yeah, it gives us great motivation. It gives us that motivation to level up and to succeed and to say, you know what, these people try to stop us. These people tried to hold us down. These people tried to stop us from becoming, what we have in our destiny to be. They're trying to stop us from shining our light and from doing the good things that we are charged to do. And yeah, it's a big source of motivation. It is. And I want to also talk about like leveling up together. Like we are all on some level linked in consciousness, linked spiritually, whatever you want to call it. We are all linked up, and we are all kind of on this walk together. We're all kind of one mind. We're all kind of thinking the same things a little bit. Rocking together. So it is something that we do, and we inspire each other too, and we motivate each other. And the more we kind of see, other people like us doing it, it helps us to believe that we can do it, and it gives us that motivation to believe that we can do it. So it is something that we're doing together. I mean, it might seem pretty individualistic at this point, but I think we're all going to come together and slowly but surely find each other. And once we're, strong as individuals, we'll all link up together. And, once we really start to work together and start to sort of form this new, I guess, this new pocket of consciousness, this new spiritual movement, whatever, where we're all kind of thinking in this different way, and just we have, love in our hearts and truth in our minds, and we're kind of moving in a different way from everybody else. It's going to be powerful, and it's going to have an effect on the collective. And it's going to, people, we're going to have to be noticed at some point. At some point, the bigger, greater, broader system, whatever, broader society is going to have to take notice of us and go, oh man, those people are something. We got to stop ignoring them. So, I mean, we'll see. It's going to be a challenge to obviously make changes on the greater aggregate. It's going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of barriers there, but I really do think that we are, like, don't underestimate the power of just like thinking differently and putting your thoughts out differently. And there's a lot of resistance, especially at first, but what we're doing is, it might not seem like it, but we are changing all of humanity a little bit at a time. It's like your little bit here, it does make a butterfly effect. It does, the little ripple does cause a big wave. And when all of us are together making these little ripples, it's going to cause some big waves, 100%. I'm going to check out some chats here, see what we got. Yeah, we got to stick together, 100%. Yeah, Natty Nice, they're teaming up to ruin your birthday and stuff. Yeah, they'll try to ruin your holidays. They'll try to ruin your birthdays, whatever. The thing about these narcissists, they want their birthday is the biggest deal in the world. It's my birthday, oh my gosh, but then it's your birthday, they're all jealous. Someone else's birthday and not me. And, it's very childish stuff. They act like little bratty kids. And when you want to have some fun, they want to try to ruin the fun. Let's see what we got here. Hello, Susan. Let's see. Someone says, yeah, Jay Tread, I'm an introvert. I worked a sales job. Yeah, I'm an introvert too, and I've tried working some sales jobs, and they've never really been good for me. They've never really worked for me. I also just don't like that you kind of have to intrude on people a little bit in sales, and they kind of want you to be a little bit. They want you to be manipulative in sales. They want you to kind of be BSing people. They want you to be telling people what they want to hear, and they want you to. I mean, I worked a job going like door to door sales. Really bad job that I had when I was around 19 years old. And I remember my manager, he would like say like I Jedi mind trick them into like saying yes for the free estimates we're offering. And I'd watch him do this, and I was like, what the heck? And he would just like do all this weird, like subconscious stuff where he would like nod his head a lot and he'd like make eye contact and have a fake smile. And I'm like, this person is like a freaking, like some kind of warlock or something. What's funny is like outside of that, he was like the dumbest person I've ever met. So it's like, I don't know, but yeah, sales has some weird characters in it. And just the whole corporate world in general can be pretty manipulative. And there is deep down kind of this idea of like, you got to kind of step on someone's neck to get ahead. You got to be all mean and you never apologize and whatever. And it's like, all right. And then on the other end of it, there's all this fake nice stuff and whatever, oh, we're about this cause and we're about all this and we're such nice people. And I mean, it's like the whole world. I mean, a lot of manipulative stuff, but yeah, they're very judgmental. And let's see here. Yeah, salesmen are like body language experts, 100%. Let's see here. Just looking at some chats. Hard to find a girlfriend these days. Yeah, it's tough out there in the dating world. It's tough out there in the romance. Do you have a dog? I don't have a dog. I don't have any pets right now. My apartment's a little small for that. So probably want to avoid the pets for now, but it would be nice to have something, have a little dog or a little cat to keep me company would be good. Yeah, and the thing is, I want to tie this into level up, is like once you level up, it's like you got all this stuff tearing you down. You got bills tearing you down. You got, whatever, you got self-esteem. I struggled with low self-esteem for a long time, and I'm getting that back. That was tearing me down. Depression was tearing me down. I had a lot of health issues that were tearing me down. My stomach recently, like, stopped hurting, and it was hurting really bad for, like, freaking the past, like, 16 years, and it just kind of stopped, thank God. It was kind of a gradual process, but, it just, like, stopped, and I'm like, wow, thank God for that, He is the healer, so that was amazing. But I just have all these things holding me back. Like I have something called Raynaud's disease where my hands like wrinkle up really fast. So like I have to wear gloves when I wash my dishes, and I don't want to be in the shower for too long and stuff. But I just got all this like stuff holding me back, all these just obstacles in my way, and I just gotta like get over them. I just gotta get past them somehow, some way. I just gotta have like heart. I just gotta have so much heart, too much heart. And it's how we got to be, we got to have a lot of fortitude in our heart to like, because a lot of this stuff, man, it's very, it makes me angry, it makes me sad, it makes me anxious, whatever. A lot of negative feelings I have like attached to this stuff, but I got to just get past that stuff as best I can and just like move forward, let it out, not repress it, just push forward and get to who I need to be. And the thing is like once I have that mentality, just to move forward, not to beat myself up, not to stress myself out, not to get crazy, not to go too hard, to be too ambitious, but just to like earlier today, I hit the gym, did 4 sets on the squats, got myself a good leg workout, didn't go crazy hard, but just like got it in. And that's what you got to do, is just like get it in, keep moving forward, keep doing it. With these videos, I just got to keep making them. With whatever you're doing in life, to like, you just got to keep doing it. And there's always going to be this stuff. I mean, for me, it was a lot of physical health issues, dramatic people, a little bit of money issues here and there, but right now I'm doing good with that. But there's always going to be stuff, and the stuff's going to stress you out. It's going to keep you up at night, whatever, but you just go forward, and you start to break free, and once you can get some money good, you can break free from being stuck in some crappy job and from being stuck having to pretend to like people and, whatever, climbing the corporate ladder, kissing butt, whatever. You can get past all that once you get some money to yourself. You're not going to stress out about that as much. But yeah, it takes time to get there. And then with my health stuff, I just had to relax. I had to hit the gym, but not too hard. Whatever, just trying to do all this like self-care stuff and take good care of myself. And, it's working. And a lot of it's also just like learning to really set good boundaries with people and learning to really like have a good sense of my own self-worth and, learning how to confront people without like getting really mad at them. Like that's what I used before. It was like I was either just okay with everything and not going to say anything, or I'm just going to get really mad and like blow up. And now there's like this middle level of like, hey, I don't like that, nuh-uh, where I just kind of put my feet down and I go, no, 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 I don't like that. And, I find being able to do that just to like set boundaries and just like have controlled anger. And, you know, I find that helps a lot. And I also find like, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm sad. If I'm sad, that's okay. It's not I'm not gonna be like sad about being sad. Sometimes there's past trauma, there's stuff that's coming up. It's like whatever. All right, I'm not gonna be sad about being sad. I'm just gonna let this pass. Just chill out. And I find that I'm actually a lot happier just by doing that. Just by like letting myself be unhappy. I'm happier. It's counterintuitive, but all this stuff adds up to like real success, real spiritual success, monetary success, better relationships, better health, like just being able to think better, because like a year or two ago, I couldn't have been on here doing this. I was just too in my own head, too shy, too just, I don't know, too angry, too, I don't know, just like I had a lot of like just stuff that was holding me back, and I moved forward and now I'm doing this. And there's things that like seem impossible at the time. Like when you're in the middle of it, it seems impossible. But it's like once you just like take one step in front of the other, like one step, two step, it's like all of a sudden it's like, all right, wow, I can do it. I can do it. It seems so far away, it seemed impossible, but just by putting one step in front of the other, it's like all of a sudden you start to believe just by building up that little bit of momentum and just by being consistent. I'm gonna read some comments here. Okay, let's see. All right, boundaries are good. Okay, just give me a sec here. Sarah, yeah, we got some good comments here. Okay, just give me a sec. Want to drive a narcissist crazy, just ignore them and they will go insane. They can't handle not getting attention. I know that game, and I've had some of them be sending me crazy text messages, and they're trying to get a friend of a friend to like get in contact for me. It's just, they're weird. Yeah, no, they get crazy. Ray says, I'm glad the pain stopped. Thank you. Natty says, you keep company for sure. I'm so thankful for your videos. Thank you too, Natty. Natty nice. Tell me a lot, Uncle Obvious. You need a cat. Yeah, a cat would be good. I used to be allergic to cats. Recently I went to a friend's house who had cats, and my cat allergies didn't bother me at all. So maybe I could get a cat, but I'd want to just get an allergy test or something first, just to be careful. All right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get back to this. Sometimes gray rock doesn't work with them, but you still have to push through and fully ignore them. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, there's some people that like are doing stuff to get attention. Like, I'll have a coworker who will sigh really loudly, or they'll do stuff like that to try to get attention, and they'll do it multiple times, and you just gotta pretend to ignore it. And yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's like people are like on like I don't know what you want to call it, like on an emotional, spiritual level, but like somewhere in the ether, people are like putting out these like vibes of like looking unhappy or looking weird or looking angry, or and they're like putting a weird vibe out there to like get you to pay attention to them, to get you to go, oh, what's wrong? Or I don't know, or they do stuff to try to make you feel ashamed of yourself. They like kind of will like give you judgmental looks and all this stuff. And I would argue that's like a form of witchcraft. I mean, you could call, some people call it that. I would argue that you could say that, but it's this weird thing they're doing where they're just trying to like do little things to make you feel weird and bad, like judgmental looks, or oh, you're leaving already, like just like stuff like that to make you say like, oh no, you don't want me to leave, I'll stay. They go, oh, you leaving already? But like, yeah, I gotta go. You gotta just do stuff like that. Or they go, oh, you're wearing that shirt, and you go, yeah, I like the shirt, it's cool. Rather than giving them the whole, oh, what's wrong with the shirt I'm wearing? Just they say these little things to prompt you and to try to drag you in. And yeah, just don't do it. You know, level up past that. Guardian Gap, I'm allergic to narcissists. Me too. Me too. Simi, God bless you, brothers. I love your channel. Thank you. All right. Yeah, just ignore the temper tantrums. Yeah, the temper tantrums are big too. I've had some people throw, oh, some crazy temper tantrums. I've had some coworkers do it, and you know, the whole thing with a temper tantrum is like, if you say anything to me, I'm just gonna blow up and freak out over every little thing. So you gotta be so careful around me not to say anything. And it's just like, you know what? No, pound sand. I don't care about your temper tantrums. Whatever. Throw a tantrum if you want. I'm gonna keep doing me. And that's the thing. They want to get you off base to where you're not like doing you, focused on you, where you're not like self-contained, where you're all like, well, I need to make them happy, and I need to make them happy, and I need to do this. And it's like, no, be yourself, be cool. You know, you don't want yourself to be diminished. And that's a big thing that'll stop that level up from coming is like, you got to be within yourself. You got to be strong within yourself. You got to know who you are. You got to know who you are big time. And you got to be like good with yourself and good with your own life and good with what you're doing and good with how you're spending your time. And you can spend time by yourself and you can be productive. You can get stuff done. You can whatever. You don't like need other people to be approving of you, and you don't need to be. It's like you don't like need other people. Like good people are nice. Good friends are nice. Good friends are awesome. But you're not like so dependent where you're like, I need people to like me. I need to fit in. Like the thing is like a big part of being great. Like a lot of people who do great things and who achieve greatness, they don't fit in because they're different from everybody else. You know, they do things different. They think different. They're not just following, you know, the prescribed order that everybody else has. And you know, that's the thing is like all these people, they want you to conform and to think like them and to move like them and to act like them. And when you're not dragged down there with them, they feel all like, oh, he's not doing what we're doing. You know, that makes us feel insecure. And, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff with it. It's complicated. But if you're willing to be your own weird, unique self, like you are going to level up and you're going to start to do cool stuff and different stuff. And you're also going to be able to like think for yourself and like figure out like how stuff actually works. Like with this YouTube channel, I had to like figure out like what's actually going to make a video work, what's going to make this sell, what's going to make this good. Like, you know, I had to figure out like, all right, it's got to be true to my heart. I can't just try to like just stir up drama and just like do all this stuff. I'm going to hate that. I have to enjoy doing this. It's got to be true to my heart. And I realized like, you know, I gotta be relevant. I gotta be relevant. I gotta be up with it, and I had to like figure that stuff out. And I realized production values don't matter that much, and that's just an example from what I'm doing with this channel. But you start to figure out how the world works, how things go, what's kind of the right way to do things. Whereas like most of these people, it's all pre-prescribed programming in their mind. They don't have any like sense of the attributes of things. They don't have a real picture of things. They're just like following robot programming, and robot programming is not going to lead to any unique, you know, living results. It's not. I'm gonna read some comments. I'm gonna maybe see if I could. Yeah, I'm gonna kick this Yeti Trolls Eternal person out. Sorry, Yeti, it's too much trolling. You're out of here. Okay. Charles agreed. Did I? Hold on. Let me. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I want to put them in timeout. Let's see. Put user in timeout. Boom. All right. Yeti's gonna go in timeout for 10 minutes. There we go. All right. Let's see some other. Yeah, I blocked him. Yeti's blocked. All right, I'm gonna read some comments. God's Little Princess, love this channel. Keep going. Thank you so much. Wojak says level up. Muscle arm. Boom, we're leveling up. Can't really see my arm that well, but good enough here. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Ben. Ben, you're awesome. Yeah, no, really, Ben, all the super chats, super thanks you've given me over time is really amazing. It's crazy the international love that I get, and it's like I'm just some dude with an iPhone who's just like making some videos, and I've got people from New Zealand and people from all over the world watching. So yeah, this is amazing. This is really awesome. Let's see. Follow this man. He may become one of the greats. I hope to. I hope to. I hope to become one of the greats. And I think also the thing about becoming one of the greats, it just happens one step at a time. I think a lot of people they don't have the fortitude for the journey. They're not willing to step forward. And yeah, if you step forward and you keep walking forward as a normal person, you'll become great. And that's what I'm planning on doing, is just moving forward, stepping forward, and just keeping the work going. And some days I want to do it, some days I don't. But like, if you can stay consistent, or even on some of the days where you don't want to do it, you're still doing it. You're just like walking forward. You'll get there. And it's not as much about natural talent as people think. You have to have natural talent, whatever. I mean, if you want to be like some, I don't know, some professional basketball player or something like that, yeah, you probably need some natural talent. But for most things in life, you don't need a ton of natural talent. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to have a mind to learn. That's one big thing for the level up, is like having a mind that can learn new things. Having a mind like the mind of a little kid is like, there's all this curiosity, everything's fun, everything's exciting. You want to like take in new things. You have this like imagination, and if you can kind of access that and go back to that, but still have the adult like being realistic and not wasting time, and being efficient about things, if you can combine that, like the inner adults, the inner child, like you can freaking cruise. You can really cruise, and you will level up huge. Another big level up trick is right and left brain imbalance. You know, getting your analytical left brain and your imaginative imaging right brain, so you can create an image, and then you can get the data from the image. And that's how a lot of geniuses really think. That's how a lot of geniuses think and operate, is with balanced left and right brain. So just like stuff like that, you wouldn't even consider that just like being a regular person in the matrix. You wouldn't think about stuff like that. But once you start to think for yourself, be by yourself, get out of the matrix, you start to like kind of sort of, you start to sort of form your own worldview, and you start to sort of like, rather than just being like some authority figure told me this, you start to discern and reason for yourself. And you start to like, things start to like make sense in an intuitive, hands-on way. Scientific things for me, it might be artistic things, it could be musical things, it could be business things, it could be anything. But like, stuff's just gonna start to make sense, and you're gonna say like, whoa, like this is how you get ahead. This is how you succeed. Yeah. All right, let's see. We got some stuff going on in the chat here. Someone says Sean Kemp never went to college. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm a Seattle guy, so yeah, the Sonics, Supersonics, RIP. They moved to Oklahoma City, which is, unfortunate. Right when we got Kevin Durant, too, so we would have had a good team here, but it's all good. The Seahawks won a Super Bowl, so I'm cool. Got the Kraken now, too, which is, it's all right, I guess. I haven't gotten too into them, but they could be cool. Yeah. All right, let's see. All trolls are after is low-level supply. They're pathetic. Yeah, I think there's another troll coming in here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the thing about the trolls and the haters is they want attention. They want to be noticed. They're just like some kid in the class who's gonna be disruptive and gonna freak out to get attention, and it's just funny. It's funny, the people who got to troll and the people who got to hate. And the thing is, a lot of trolls and haters, they want to like really find the thing to say to really like knock you off base, and just don't take trolls and haters seriously. And if you have trolls and haters, it's like you're doing something right. Like if I make a video and it's got some trolls and haters on it, I'm like, all right, this video is doing well. Like, we're rocking and rolling. So yeah, so I don't trip about the trolls. And real life trolls though, that like I have to deal with at work and in my own family, and like just bad friends and stuff, like that's kind of a different story. Those people are no bueno, they gotta go. But even so, if it's a coworker, if it's someone you can't like get rid of in your life, just try kind of laugh them off and try not to take them too serious. It's not a big deal. Yeah. All right. This big globe revolving around the sun. I'm gonna get this guy. I'm gonna put this guy in timeout. Yeah, big globe. You're getting in timeout for spamming my chat with a bunch of stuff. Wild Honey, hey Truth Tiger, I love you. Wild Honey, yeah, you're a real one. Shout out Wild Honey, one of my earliest supporters. Yeah, much love, Wild Honey. God bless you 100%. God be with you. God lift you up. And I mean, that's for everybody here, everybody. I want you all to be lifted up by God. And he's the one who really carries us to success. It's through him that we live, So we got to stay humble. Remember the biggest of dogs, the biggest of men, the big dog himself. So, shout out to God. Shout out to God. Shout out to the big dog. It's through him that we live. So he's awesome. Let's see. Yeah. Kazi Ann says, did I get a job after interviews? Yeah, the job interview thing, that's not something I'm going through right now. It's something I had to go through a couple years ago. But yeah, the job interview thing it's not a problem now. It's just, I kind of dread if I have to do it again, But I'm not having to deal with it now. Wow, thank you for the $5, Wild Honey. You are very, very amazing. Thank you so much, Wild Honey. God bless you. Yeah, yeah. You guys are awesome too. Like, I mean, there's a few trolls and a few silly people and whatever, but for the most part, y'all are amazing. For the most part, there's, the support I've had is amazing. It really, really is. To get 11,000 subscribers and just for this to take off the way it's taken off, I mean, so much thanks. And, for all the people who've been supporting me too, like, may God lift you up. May you have success that's similar to mine. And, may your dreams come true. And, may you guys, have your own hustles and your own businesses and your own sphere. That's really what it is. It's about having your own sphere of influence around you, because it's like you have your, like we have our own environment, our own like firmament, if you will, around us. And before I didn't, but once I leveled up, it's like I have my own environment around me. And when I walk in the room, it's almost like, it's not like it's my room, but it's more like, it kind of is. It's more like my feet are on the ground more. And people might not show it directly, but there's a lot more like respect that I get. Like, it's like I'm a heavyweight now, and that's going to happen for all y'all, where you're going to walk in the room and it's going to be more your room, and the people are going to kind of recognize, like, all right, this is the leader here, because, we all are leaders. And, if you've gone through the stuff I've gone through, and that, going through these crazy childhoods we've had to deal with, and getting past narcissists and learning how to think for ourselves, like, that does make us leaders, and that does make us set apart from other people. And, we carry an environment around with us, and where we go, things get better, things improve, things are repaired. We are the people who hold things up, sometimes quietly. I try to not have it be quietly and get credit for the stuff that I do, but sometimes it does go without credit. But I'm definitely working on getting that credit going. But yeah, like that's part of the level up, is like you become that responsible person, you become that person that people look to. You become that person that people respect. People are like, wow, look at him, look at her. Let's see here. Natty Nice, heavyweight, stand up. We were the underdogs, now we're champs. Give all praise back to him. 100%. I love that. I love that. We were the underdogs. We were the biggest underdogs. But now we're the champions. We're the champions, yeah, through God, because that's how God works. A lot of these people, they're very arrogant. They think that they have won before the battle has even started, because they have been propped up by the system, by the matrix, by the devil, by the beast, whatever. They are very arrogant in that, and they think, oh, wow, I'm with the system, I'm with the matrix, I'm with the beast, I enable a lot of crap in society, and I bow down to society, and I make money my idol, or popularity my idol, or whatever, and then I'm going to be, there's a weird guy who thinks for himself, or the weird girl who thinks for himself, and tries to be nice to people, and whatever, tries to self-reflect and self-improve, like, they're an idiot, like, I'm going to beat them, but nah, they're conceited. and they're in their own head. And when they actually come face to face with us, it's like all of a sudden all that confidence they had when they were away from us, it melts away. And they're like, oh, they're not, because they're bullies. And the thing is, bullies think that they're gonna like beat you without even throwing a punch. And when some bully comes up to you and you go, all right, let's go. You want to fight me? You and me, let's do it. A lot of them are, oh man, I'm just joking around with you. You really want to fight? If you've been in high school or whatever, that's how it is. That's how it is. Yeah, that's how it is. And that then they're coming in arrogant, but once we throw a punch back, and once we're back in that fight, and no, for a lot of it, it's not even throwing a punch back. It's turning the other cheek, laughing it off, not getting caught up in it, not getting caught up in the arguments and getting dragged down. And, you level up like that. All of a sudden, you have more influence, you have more power. And the thing is, there's a lot of people that are just trying to glom onto you. In my life especially, I've had a lot of people try to glom onto me. Some of them are like narcissists and are really bad. Some of them are just kind of egotistical and are not like the best people, but not the worst. But they're like trying to like cling on to me. They're trying to cling on to us because it's like we have this spark in us. And the thing is, with a level up, our spark is not just a spark. It's a fire now. It's like I always had a spark before I really woke up, before I really got with God, before I really found Jesus, before I really like got spiritual. I always had this spark. But the thing is, I was around these other people, and this spark, like, it didn't mean much. People would see the spark and they go, oh, that's cool, you got a spark. We don't have that, that's tight, whatever. But then I lit my fire, and then all of a sudden these people want to throw water on my fire, and they're jealous, and they're like, oh, he's got a fire and we don't. That's bad, So now your spark is a fire. Now you got a big old fire burning, and people are like, whoa, he's got a fire, she's got a fire. We want that warmth, we want that light. Real quick, I got a super chat from Ryan. Ryan K, thank you so much for that super chat. You are amazing. $20. That's really, really awesome. Yeah, God bless you, Ryan. Really, thank you so much. Yeah, you're really, really amazing. Man, the support I get is crazy. And, yeah, all the people who are donating, helping me out, may God lift you up. And, may everybody here get past poverty, and may everybody here be lifted up and be set free financially. I want that to happen for all of us. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, I got such awesome people. I got such awesome fans. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, like, a lot of the stuff I talk about is not really in the mainstream, and sometimes I'll post videos and I'll be kind of nervous and scared and anxious and like, what are people gonna think, So you guys are amazing to be cool and to be supporting me, really. Michael Arugolo, thank you for the $20, Michael. You are amazing. Michael, I believe you have your own channel, if I'm not confusing you with somebody else. But yeah, thank you so much, Michael. Joshua James, wow. Amazing. Michael, Joshua James. I mean, you guys are awesome. Really amazing. I mean, I can't, God bless all of you. I mean, so much. I mean, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I mean, this is like, this is crazy because, I don't know, like, I've always been like a pretty to myself kind of person. I've always been more shy, introverted, and now I'm on here and getting this support, and it's just, man, it's amazing. It's amazing because I'm just some freaking regular guy, I'm just some dude, and I'm getting this stuff. I'm getting this support. So, everything's through God. He taught me how to do this. He inspired me, carried me along. So, I mean, all credit goes to the big man. Shout out God. Shout out to the Creator. But yeah, I mean, God bless all you guys. Really, you guys are amazing. You guys are so freaking amazing. Really. And I mean, even the haters, even God bless the haters, show them the way, show them the way of love, and let them repent of their sins. But even the haters, I don't got hate for the haters, It's tough, but I try to love my enemies. I do. It's a tough commandment to follow, but I try to do that. It's important, it really is. Yeah. But yeah, back to the fire. Like, you have a special fire with you. And people recognize that. Like, I'll talk to people and they'll be like, that's such an interesting conversation. People will say that to me, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I don't know if it's that interesting. But it's like most people, they're just, like I said before, they're spinning around in a circle. They don't really have new, fresh ideas. And when you have that fire, it's like you constantly have these new ideas, these new ways of thinking. And when you're really leveled up too, like most people, they kind of get caught in a groove and they don't really improve much. They work some job and then they go home, they sit on the couch, they just whatever, And then with us, it's like we're constantly looking for new things, new ways to do things, new things to learn, you know, whatever, new ways to inspire people, help people, new ways to make money, whatever it is. We're constantly looking for that new creative thing to do. I can show you here. I just got the synthesizer. Yeah, you can see that there. I'll pick it up so you can get it in the frame with me. But yeah, I got the synthesizer. I got that recently. Never really did music, but I was like, I'll learn about music. Why not? Why not? I got this. I think I find it here. I got my book about the human brain. I haven't read this a ton, but just this book right here. Just stuff to like get myself learning. I got all these cool brain pictures. Hold that up there. But yeah, just like stuff like that. Like just stuff to try to keep myself learning. And I mean, you all are doing the same things, whether it's whatever, art, I don't know, learning how to fix your car up. I don't know. There's so much stuff, but it's like we're always like learning and cooking new food, whatever it is. We're always improving, learning, building on things, and it doesn't matter how old we are either. Even if we're older, we're still doing that. It's not like, oh, when you're a teenager and in your 20s, you do that. But once you become, 25, 26, you're locked in and you don't change and you just keep doing the same thing. Like, no, we're always leveling up. We're always leveling up. We're always improving. And one thing also, like, when it comes to like Moses and the prophets, like Moses didn't really start being a prophet till he was like 80 or something, so it's just something I like to go to. But it's like it doesn't matter. This person, I still skateboard at 52. I love it. Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going. And if you're older, you could have wisdom, you could have, yeah, okay, this Yeti troll. All right, I'm gonna just permanently ban this guy. Put user in timeout for, okay. All right, Yeti Troll is out of here. I gave him a little chance to repent, gave him his 10 minutes, but he decided to stay in his trolling ways. K. Pratt says, you are my favorite. S23, I started skating in 1984. I love it, 1984, yeah. Awesome, before I was born, but yeah, you can probably do some pretty cool skating. But yeah, find just like things that make you feel good. Just cool things to do. Skateboarding is one of them. Yeah. Matt Parker says music is the voice of God. Yeah, I believe that. Natty Nice says the time of the 10 virgins. Yeah, 100%. The 10 virgins is a good parable. And in that parable, if I remember it correctly, there's a wedding, and then there's 10 virgins, whatever, 10 unmarried people who, back in the day, and they have their 10 lampstands. And I think I think they kind of messed around and they missed the party, basically. They didn't get their lampstands set up right. They didn't get the oil. They kind of screwed around and they were unready. And then once the time of the bridegroom came, once Christ came back, they were unready. Yeah, I got to get in my Bible more, to be honest, but it's all good though. But yeah, that's, have your lampstand ready, and we have our lampstands ready. A lot of these people, they are like the parable of the 10 foolish virgins. They're not ready with their lampstands. Their light's not lit up. They didn't get the oil. They didn't go to the marketplace on time. So yeah, when it comes to the spiritual things and when it comes to God and when it comes to, having that faith and belief and loving our fellow and doing the right stuff, we got to be holding up those lampstands, and we can't just say, oh, I'll get the oil later. I'll light it later. God can wait. Doing the right thing can wait. Having faith can wait. How's this guy back? Oh my God. Yeti Troll. I thought I banned this guy. I'm just going to hide user on this channel. Let's see. Okay. There we go. And they will look for those wise, and we will say, get your own truth, goodness, and light. Yep, very true. Very true. You know, yeah, I forgot that part of the 10 virgins parable. Natty Nice is helping me. Yeah, these other people are going to say, can we hold your lamp? Can we borrow your lamp? Can we have some of your oil? Can we have some of your light? And we're like, no, it's ours. Get your own. It is. And that's what a lot of these people are trying to do to us. It's like they don't have their own light. They don't have their own lit up lamp. And they want to just like steal ours and take ours. And it's like, no, we're leveled up. We have our lit up lamp. We have light. And then that's also a good metaphor for just like being able to actually see what's going on. You know, we have that light of God lighting us up and guiding us and showing us the way. And most people are in darkness. They're in deep darkness, and they're just, you know, spinning around and going crazy. And we're out of it. We have our lit up lamp. All right, Scory Car, Elder Speak. Hey, Tiger, so glad to catch you live. How are you? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, really happy with the turnout here. We've had probably close to 100 people in here at some point, like 95 or something like that. Is this guy making new accounts to like troll me? Let's, okay, let's, okay. I think this guy like has a bunch of different accounts. The lengths that these loser trolls will go to is hilarious. And the thing about these troll losers, they don't have a life. They literally have no life. So this guy has like 5 different freaking accounts, and I'm banning him on one of them, and he's switching to the other one. And it's like, homie, like, don't you have like stuff to do in your own life? Like what do you got going on? You're spending your life like that. Oh my God, that was honestly, it's funny. It's funny at this point. What's up, Devin? The trolls are flattering. Yeah, he goes hard. I know, it's hilarious. I mean, it's hilarious that someone would like, that would put so much attention on me like that. They're so like, what the get a life, literally. Oh man, that's funny. Yeah, so much. Yeah, they put so much effort just to like, just to like waste their own time and to like, I don't know, but try to bother me a little bit or something. I don't know, but I use these trolls as fuel, and you know, I mean, whatever. It boosts the algorithm. It's, I mean, whatever. It's fine. A little controversy sells. But yeah, it's because you're awesome. Thank you, Yeti troll. Let's see. I'm gonna put the user in timeout. 24 hours. Boom. I don't know what he's doing. Yep. Yeah, big fan here. Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you all so much. Yeah, it's probably some guy's probably using bots. Yeah, I do know something about tech. I do know some stuff about tech, and you could set up an automated script to just like keep freaking making accounts and like putting stuff in there to spam people and stuff. If you really want to spend your time doing that, and if you know how to code, like do productive stuff with it, like, you know, build a website or something, whatever. But you use it for trolling, I guess. But yeah, they're hating because the light's too bright. They're hating because the light. Okay, this guy's back too. We're also, yeah, I banned this guy for 10 minutes, but we're gonna put him back in timeout too. He's just spamming a bunch of messages about stupid stuff. But yeah, that's the thing. Like when you level up too, it's like part of it, you know, because you got these little haters, little hanger-on people, these little people. Who's he? How did he get so big? You know. Yeah, and the thing is, we are big. We are spiritually big because we've taken the path to grow. You know, to grow and to self-reflect, to look at our situation, to look at our environment, to say, hey, our environment is bad. And then to also, like, I've had to look myself in the mirror, deal with myself, deal with my own problems, work through them, you know, try to manage my anger, stuff like that, and, like, try to genuinely, like, do better with that stuff by actually self-reflecting. And that's a big part of what makes us level up and what makes us so much different from the trolls. And also just seeing the truth, too. because there's a lot of people where I'll put them in check, or I'll say, hey, like, I don't like how you're talking to me, and then, oh, it's a misunderstanding, you need to look at who you are, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, well, how about you look at who you are, you know? So when I say, like, self-reflect, like, the thing is, it's like manipulators, they try to twist everything. That's what they do. They try to take something that's good and they try to subvert it and make it evil. So like anything that's good, they can like twist up and make evil. So it's just like whatever, you know. Oh my God. Okay, this guy, this other guy. Okay, we're gonna. Bam. All right. Okay. Yeah, they can't take what they can dish out. 100%. We work through the shadows so we don't atrophy into bot trolls. Yeah, I mean, if you want an example of like what you don't want to end up with, and if you don't, yeah, that's also the thing. Like, if we didn't walk this path, and if we didn't go through this hard stuff, we could end up becoming one of the trolls or the narcissists. That could become who we are, and that's a horrible fate to end up in. Like, haters make you famous. They do. Yep. They do. But yeah, that's 100%. I forgot who commented that, but yeah, AY, shout out for that comment. What's up, Devin? But yeah, you don't want to turn into that. You don't want to become that because that's someone who's just completely lost. And there's like a lot of people out there like that are they're just gone. They're gone. They're posting a bunch of weird comments on someone's live stream. And the thing is, that person is probably like a full-grown adult who's around my age. That person is probably like 30 years old or so, and they're doing that, So it's just, yeah. And they're back. Yeah, you can tell. They're just making new accounts. You can tell because the picture's different. They're just like literally making a bunch of new accounts to do this. Yeah. Full-grown adults, and they have the mind of a toddler. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, 100%, 100%. And yeah, I mean, like, think about how much shame and like how humiliating is it to like be that person, to be like, I'm gonna troll people, I'm gonna mess with people, it's just silly. And at the end of the day, I hope these people turn it around and find better uses of their time and stuff. But yeah, and it is a love, and yeah, S23, you're very right. With it is a love, but it's like the devil's love is hatred, So like they like love to hate you, and they have this like obsession, this like weird hate crush on you. Like, I don't know, it's very, very weird. They're like, I don't know, it's like in Batman when they ask like the Joker, it's like, do you want to kill Batman? He goes, I'm not gonna kill Batman. What would I do without him? But like if you take the Joker and just like give him like no ambition or intelligence and like make him really lukewarm and like make him okay, Matt. All right, my God, this guy's back again. Donald Trump says, "I love you, Truth Tiger. Love you too, Kuro. LOL." They love you. Devin says they love you when you're pulling away. I think that's right. I think it's because it's like we're unobtainable. They can't like have us. They like us, so they're just like super into us. And I don't know. Yeah. You're the center. Ryan says you're the center of the universe for the trolls. Yeah, you are. You are. And I think they need someone to hate on and to freaking glom onto. Luke Stock, what have you been reading in the Bible? Recently, I read the Book of Enoch. That was very cool. That was very enlightening. I read a little bit of the Book of Matthew, but that was a while ago. No, Wild Honey, I didn't block you by mistake. You're here. Yeah, I see you, Wild Honey. The Book of Enoch. But yeah, I should get into some more Bible reading. It's important. Intergalactic greatness. Most people don't understand the Matrix. Yeah, most of them don't. Yeah, the thing is, when you're so in the Matrix and it's what you're used to and it's all you know, it's like, they're not going to understand it because they have no frame of reference. They're just like, this is how things work. This is the way it is. I've never questioned any of this. They don't like see outside of the box. They're in that, it's like, Plato's allegory of the cave, where they're in this cave and they see shadows on the wall, and it's like that's all they see and that's all they know. So they think those shadows are real, and they think that this whole world is just contained within this cave and these shadows and stuff. And it's like, no, there's a whole real world out there. You can just leave that cave, but if everyone decides to stay in that cave their whole life, that's all they're gonna know. You know, it's yeah, it's all a test. To be fair, it is very, very difficult to break free from the conditions we exist within. That's very true. That's very, yeah. Breaking out of the matrix wasn't easy for me. It wasn't fun. Very hard process. Lost a lot of friends. Okay. So, yeah, I lost a lot of friends and just, you know, it was a big, big challenge. And yeah, breaking free from the matrix, it's like a three-step process of like you see the matrix of, I don't know, whatever it is, government, organized religion. You got to break that matrix, and you got to break the matrix of, I don't know, the education system or the medical system. And then you got to break the matrix of like, I don't know, social movements and love. There's like three levels of it you got to break. So, and you know, when I broke the first level of it, it's like that nearly freaking like that was like so hard. I broke the second level. I thought I'd broken out for good. And then I had to break through a third level to really get out. And that's the only real way I could say it and put it. But the thing is, it's in everything. Any societal institution is going to have it. The vast majority of people are going to have it. And, you know, for a lot of them, I guess just forgive them. They know not what they do. But for some of them, they go out of their way to be nasty and stuff. So, yeah, there are some freaking Matrix agents. And narcissists especially are like Matrix agents, and they freak out. Yeah, Devin kept going, said it's like peeling back layers of an onion. It is, and you know, I've learned some stuff, and I found out how deep this stuff really goes, and it's not good. If you want to really dig deep into like the Matrix from like a conspiracy kind of level and like figure out what the elites are really up to and stuff, like Mark Passio, what on earth is happening? He's a great place to start. He'll you know, if you start to figure, he'll expose why like Epstein Islands and things like that are happening. So he's a good guy to check out if you want to break the Illuminati. Yeah, and the thing is, this information just kind of came to me when I was ready for it. Once I was ready for it, this information came to me, and when this information came to me, it was like drinking from a freaking well of clean water. You know, it was amazing. It really was amazing. You know, reading the Bible for the first time and like really understanding it. That was like huge. Like when I first read the book of Matthew, it was like, oh my God, like this is changing my life completely. So yeah, taking in true knowledge, taking like really learning stuff like that, opening up your mind, opening up your heart, like man, it will really that will really break your mind free. And you got to learn it for yourself though. It can't just be like I'm doing it through this teacher and this class, and you know, you got to take it in for yourself as best you can. You can't just be following a procedure. Says God bless. What type of phone do you use? I use an iPhone. What's my favorite verse from the Bible? Gosh, I don't know. I'm not a big favorites guy. I mean, there's a lot of insightful stuff. I would say, you know, take the log out of your own eye before taking the speck of dust out of someone else's eye. That's a good one. That one's really stuck to me. Yeah, favorite Bible verse. I mean, there's a lot of awesome stuff in the Bible. It's tough to pick. Matthew 7. Yeah, I think when it says to, you know, love your fellow and even love your enemy, that's pretty amazing. Let's see, the best directions. I'm just going to read a few comments here. Like peeling back layers of an onion. Yeah. Say how it is. Says, I love you, bro. I love you all too. Love your vids. Thank you so much. Yeah, big thank you to everybody. Huge, huge thank you to everybody. And yeah, Yeah, be sober, be vigilant, because the devil's like a roaring lion seeking to devour. Very true. Very true. The devil's out there. He's trying to get us. You got to be careful. Has anyone accused you of ever suffering from psychosis? I dealt with that after my initial consciousness shift. I definitely was not. Luckily, I haven't had to. Luckily, I haven't had to deal with that, but that is a form of gaslighting you can definitely deal with, where people will literally try to say that you're crazy and stuff. And yeah, you got to be careful with that. People will do all sorts of stuff to get in your head, and just you know who you are. You know what's going on, so just don't let them try to make you believe certain things about yourself. Hold a strong sense of truth within yourself. Yeah. I'm probably going to end this soon here. I've been going for an hour, and my voice is starting to get a little bit sore, but yeah, thank you all so much for being on here. I'll give you guys a few minutes to chat amongst yourself while I get a little water, but I'm going to end this in a few minutes. Got some hiccups here. That's better. Alrighty. All right, everybody. About to end this one here. $70 in super chats. That is absolutely insane. You guys are amazing. God bless all of you. Wow, I got some awesome fans. I got some. Yeah, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing and awesome. Wild Honey, yes, you will. Let it be done through God, Wild Honey. Let you be made independent, 100%. Yeah, God be with you, Wild Honey. And yeah, God lift you up. Angel Mations, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. You are really, really amazing. Yeah, what's up, G.I. Juliet? About to end this, but yeah, Yin Davon, I'm going to do more streams. I'm going to try to do this more. I don't know if I can do this every weekend, but I'll try to do this at least once or twice a month or so. I'll try to get these in. These are a lot of fun, and it's great to interact with you guys like this in a different way from the videos. But yeah, Wojak, I'm going to say, yeah, God be with Wojak. God bless Wojak. And, God be with him, carry him forward. Yoroko from Libya. Wow. We got Yoko Ra all the way from Libya, all the way from North Africa. I believe Libya is just directly due east of Egypt. Maybe that's, yeah, Libya, I think, right there. So, yeah, real exotic. We got people from all over the world. Really, really amazing. Really, really awesome. Yes. Silent friend. I need a therapist. Yeah. I think we all do, silent friend. You got to be careful to find the right therapist. But yeah. Yep. Says, honor thy mother and father, even if they're a narcissist. I'm going to address this because I think people get this one twisted up. Like, honor your mother and father just means, like, if your parents ask you to take out the trash, just, like, take out the trash. It doesn't mean, like, you got to put up with their games or their narcissism or their BS, you know? If your parents are being crazy and stuff, like, you can cut them out. Like, I mean, Jesus said to the guy, he said, "Come follow me." And then some guy's like, "I have to bury my dead father." Jesus is like, "Let the dead bury their own dead. You're gonna follow me, or you're gonna be about him." So, be about God first. Be about Jesus first. Don't worry about getting sucked into this honor thy mother and father thing. I mean, all that really means is, like, if you're a kid and your parents say, "Hey, go unload the dishwasher," just means go unload the dishwasher. Don't be like, "Oh, mom, you're not gonna unload the dishwasher." It just means show basic respect to your parents. It's the same thing. Show basic respect to your teachers. Just show basic respect to people. And if you're a kid, I mean, your parents are, like, giving you food and stuff like that. So show respect to them for that. But all the narcissism, games, manipulation, 100%, don't honor any of that. That's not from God. That's from the devil. And you do not need to be around that. And especially as an adult, like, you do. Okay. Infinite Yeti, troll, the troll Terminator here. This guy just keeps coming back. But yeah, I think I'm all done wrapping this up here. So I am going to end this one, but yeah, thank you all so much. God bless you all. You all are really, really amazing. And yeah, it is so much love. Yeah, peace, Devin. Peace, Ryan. Peace, Wild Honey. Yeah, peace for everybody. Love for everybody. And God be with everybody. And yes, God bless. Much love. And I am going to end this. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Much love to you, Wild Honey.